What up, what up, what up? Welcome to a special spotlight edition of The Meetup. Today I have a special guest co-host. We couldn't have Miss Simply Sorrell, but I do have my special guest co-host who is also our producer, Miss Siobhan.
Hey everybody. I'm so happy to be here. I do wish Sorrell was here, but I'm honored to be sitting here with you.
Hey, honored. That always makes me feel good about myself.
Oh my
Someone's
God.
honored to be around
To be in your
me.
presence.
That don't happen too often at all. But you've had some special things going on, and I think someone has I'll say a birthday, because I don't know what to call it.
Yes, my daughter is Sophia's birthday today. Well, I say it's kind of her birthday, like you said.
Right.
She's actually a leap year baby. So she's 9 today, but we say technically she's like 2 1/4. So
Yo, that's weird.
it's super weird. And it's but she loves it. Like it makes her feel super special. We do play it up. So she gets to decide whether she wants to celebrate on the 28th or the 1st, March 1st.
Okay.
So this year she went with the 28th. So
Okay. Are y'all doing anything? Like, what are y'all doing for celebration for?
We're gonna do a little party. We are in the Diggs household. We are COVID compliant, so I'm scary. Don't judge me, but I'm scary. But we're gonna do a little cake and ice cream. And how you lucky I'm sitting here with you actually right now. But
I'm honored.
And I'm happy to be here. But we're gonna celebrate a little bit for her today.
Cool.
But I'm excited. I'm excited today. I'm excited to be here. I'm excited for the conversation and the topic.
Oh, conversation's about to be crazy. Conversation's about to be now.
Yes.
She's turning 9, so she's 2 1/4, so she's a little bit in between. We'll call her 5.
She's kind of ish, yes.
So, did she get to watch Tom and Jerry this weekend? Tom and Jerry came out on HBO Max. Y'all watched that?
We watched it last night, and I loved it. I loved it.
Kids like it.
They loved it. Now, I mean, it was different for them because they were kind of like, so that they couldn't quite grasp the fact that they were cartoon characters and then they were actual people,
right.
And that was a bit for them, but it was nostalgic for me. So I loved it.
I thought the movie was actually really well written.
Loved it.
There were a lot of interracial couples. Did you notice that?
I did, absolutely.
There was
the two that were having a wedding.
Yep,
and then Middle Eastern, and then her husband was husband to be was Caucasian. So yeah.
That's Colin Jost, Saturday Night Live. That's my favorite show.
I love that.
Like I couldn't
Weekend Update.
But also you had the girl who lied about who she was.
Yes.
And the bartender dude.
Absolutely.
Like, and on top of that, Tom was black too.
Tom is black. We've known Tom is black.
Tom was black the whole way.
Always been black.
Like, but it was actually really well written. It was nostalgic for me. The kids enjoyed it. They loved seeing the cartoon with the real life, and they liked seeing just the way that the story was written. I always thought that Tom was the bad dude. It was Jerry.
Jerry was actually kind of an
asshole.
Jerry was definitely an asshole. Jerry was definitely an asshole. But no, I agree with you. I loved it. I think it modernized it.
Yes.
And
yes, it did.
for me, and you know, this is us. This is what we celebrate. It was Tim Story was the director. And if you guys don't know who Tim Story is, he's actually the director of all the Think Like a Man movies. Right. So we had a black director, and y'all might have heard the music. So we had like throwbacks, Tribe Called Quest. Music was crazy. We had Tribe Called Quest, Jodeci,
Rick Ross,
Rakim, Select the Technique. So I really
it was
enjoyed
very well written. So if anybody hasn't watched, now we need to get a sponsor from HBO Max. We keep talking about other goddamn movies.
Exactly.
They need to look out for
Judas
us.
and the Black Messiah last week.
But they've been sending it. They've been doing it with COVID and everything, and everybody not wanting to go to the movies. They've been holding us down.
Definitely. I agree. There's some great content, but HBO Max, if you haven't seen it, catch it. It's a great, if you're from our age group and our generation, you'll love the nostalgia. And it's something that you can introduce your kids to. It was super cool. I really enjoyed it a lot. And I might be nice. I might even share my login with somebody.
Man, shit, steal that shit like I said last time. But we have a special guest. And we came up with this spotlight segment due to pretty much he had a product of the week last week, which were the soy candles, if anyone's familiar with those.
Baby Hugs, as Thomas called
Baby Hugs. Oh my God, that shit smells so fucking good. But she came to us and she pretty much was telling us about her products. As she was telling us about her product, she got into telling us about the crystals. Yeah. And I don't know anything about the crystals. I think, well, a lot of people say it's witchcraft and all that. I don't believe in that. I don't think it's witchcraft. I think there is another element to it. What it is, I don't know. And she was just talking to us about it. And
she was super passionate.
Yeah, she was supposed to be just like a little 15 minutes at the end of the show. We said, you know what? We need a whole segment just to spotlight people. Not just her, but people that can bring to us different ideas and things that are a little bit unconventional to some people, and make people realize that ain't nothing wrong with the shit. Yeah. It's what we do. And she got something else to talk to us about other than crystals too.
Which I know you're looking very forward to.
I just need to hear about it because
oh my gosh. He's talking about yoni steam is what he's talking about. But no, I agree with you. It's a transformative conversation. Stop it. it's a transformative conversation. And I think, like you said, in our community specifically, whenever it's anything that's somewhat unconventional or non-traditional, we have a difficult time kind of opening up, and expanding to that. So it's just really a topic that I think we've all kind of heard of, ladies, specifically for us with the steam. But I think it's an important conversation to have. So
them steams, I need to know more.
I promise you, I'm gonna reel him in. I'm gonna keep him in check on this show. That's the last thing I do. But no, she's a wonderful representation of it because she's us and she's
she's us. She's a beautiful young lady. And when she talked to us, like when we were sitting there just having we have our meetings. We're professional and we have meetings. But she came into our meeting and like our mouths just dropped. And we're like, oh my God, we need you. So
absolutely.
Without further delay, let's welcome Miss I call her Lily, but let's welcome Miss Shirley Reynolds. That was taking me a minute, but here she goes. Hey, can you hear us?
Hey.
How are you?
Good, very good.
You look beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for joining us today. As she said, you look beautiful today. I usually let the lady say it first.
Yes, thank you. Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. I was excited about this.
Well, we think what you need to share needs to be shared.
Absolutely.
So thank you for coming to see us. Now, last week, you had the product of the week, which were the soy candles. Now, it was a lot going on with the candles. They were different than any candles I've seen.
Yes,
I don't usually see
so good.
Them fucking candles smell ridiculous. Like when I say baby hugs, that's not even an exaggeration. Like it just made me want to just
hug a baby.
Yeah, just like you hug a baby, like that's strange.
Shirley, you got to do a candle called Baby Hugs now.
Right.
Specifically
I get first dibs on that candle. But before you make the candle, tell us about how your candles and your products are made.
Okay, so first and foremost, before I start anything, I always cleanse, sage all my products. I remove any type of energies that was on them from any type of prior dealers who had them before. So you got some good high vibrating products when you get it from me. So that's number one. Number two is everything is natural soy. I'm trying my best to keep things natural. So, no chemicals or anything are inside of my candles at all. So that is my main goal. And as far as any of my other products, I stick to the natural thing too. So everything is all organic.
Okay, wonderful. And they burn for 24 hours. I know that.
Yes, and definitely the smaller ones definitely have 24 hours.
Okay.
And what are your other sizes you have?
I have a glass tumbler. I think I have one right here actually. This is another size here, and then I have a 3-wick. So I'm pretty sure you guys are familiar about the size of a 3-wick candle.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I like them.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay. Well, I am a fine Black woman.
Yes,
ma'am. I'm a mom. I have an 8-year-old son. I am 29 years old. I'm from Harrisburg. I don't know. I'm very into my spirituality. I like to just try to give out the energy that I like to receive from other people. So I like to be around people with good vibes. I'm very creative. I love to create. That's one thing I love to do. So that's why this is just right up my alley because like I said, I want to uplift vibrations of others as well as myself. And I love creating and making beautiful things. So I just want to just share this with everybody.
That's
good
awesome.
Shit. Thank you. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you.
So now that you talked a little bit about the vibrations and creating the good vibrations. I think Thomas mentioned your candles, they're created from all soy. You also use a combination, I think, of dry flowers and crystals in every candle.
Yes.
So tell us about the importance of the crystals. Why is it important to keep them?
Now, as you're telling us about the importance of crystals, like I said, I don't promote the witchcraft that people think about it or anything like that. Like, I'm ignorant when it comes to the crystals.
Absolutely.
Give us a quick crystals for dummies lesson.
Okay, so crystals are natural minerals from the earth. It's nothing it's not anything man-made or anything like that. It's natural minerals that come from out of the earth. And actually, just like everybody even has a birthstone, and they're all crystal. Even when we speak about diamonds are also a crystal. And these crystals are very powerful because everything, we got to understand that everything on this universe is energy, and everything holds a vibration and has its own frequency. And certain vibrations, all vibrations, but they either, they alter and change the vibrations of other vibrations. That's like when you say, just like two people get together, they have their own vibrations and they say, oh, we got chemistry. That's what that's about. Or when people be like, oh, I get a bad vibe from this person, it's a bad vibration. And so crystals have the power to enhance and align. You can really change your body physically, cellularly, and align and enhance your body physically, mentally, and emotionally and spiritually with crystals. And you can also attract things with crystals, and you just it's a ton. It's so many crystals. I can't even keep count, but they are very powerful. And my favorite thing to always tell somebody is like, do your research. Like, don't just take my word for it, because when I learned, and it's like in school, I definitely learned about crystals, but they did not like get in depth like the real.
We learned about them.
You're right.
Absolutely.
Yes, they didn't get in depth about the real talk about what they actually do for you. Okay. And it will blow your mind. It'll blow your mind. So my candles are designed to, all of them are designed to really remove negative energy from out of your home, workplace, or wherever you want to burn your candles. And whenever you get done burning your candles, you can carry your crystal with you, and keep them positive energies and protect your energy. And when I mean by your energy, we're speaking about your aura. And if you want to get into scientific terms about your aura, it is your electromagnetic biofield. And we all have one. And if you got a weak aura, people can penetrate your energy very easily. And so that's why you want to keep yours protected. And I want to teach people how to do so, because I do this for myself. And it's the shit. Like I didn't really learn about really in depth about how important it was until a few years ago. And it was like, I couldn't believe it. I was like befumbled really about like, wow, like I can't believe that like they really kept this from me for so long. Right. Like I felt like I they stole from me, really. Like, we should really know this. Like, right. It's a lot. It's the way of the universe.
Right. So, and I think you had I'm going to say you probably had an upbringing that most of us have had in the Black community. It's a lot of church, right? So
yes, definitely raised Baptist.
Right. Baptist. There's anything like this, there's a stigma that's attached to it.
Right. Definitely.
So there's this idea, oh, you're playing with spirits and it's evil and it's demonic. And that's
I get that now all the time.
Exactly. And that's just not what this is. It's natural, they're elements, and it really is. I mean, it
comes from the earth.
I feel like you can feel somebody's energy. You can
definitely
come into somebody's presence. You know whether or not they've got a positive energy or not. You know that there are certain people that just have an impact on you that's adverse to what you need. So I don't see why we would think that this is something that's out of the ordinary, but it is an unconventional idea. So I think that's why we thought it was an important conversation, and a good thing to have you here is to kind of shake off and dust off some of that stigma that's attached to these things, specifically for us.
Oh, absolutely.
So
I'll go scroll through Facebook and like, these witches.
Everything.
I'm like, brother, I don't think it's that. I wasn't educated.
Right. And
that's what it is.
It was just
but
being,
you know what? People
knowing what it is.
Right.
People fear what they don't know.
Absolutely.
And that's exactly what it's about. And it's a shame that they don't, and a lot of people don't want to take the time to do the research on it either. Mm-hmm. So they want to put out their opinions about it, but it's no longer about an opinion. We're speaking facts here on what is going on with these natural minerals that come from the earth. Right. Not nothing that you done whipped up in the kit. It's nothing like that. Right. These are natural elements that were here. Like, if we're speaking about God and whoever, like whatever God whatever God that anybody believes in, God created this.
Absolutely.
Nothing on this planet was made with no purpose. Nothing.
Mm,
You didn't lie about that.
absolutely.
Now, you were saying that her yoni steams have crystals as well?
No,
So
not the yoni
not the
steam.
yoni steam. So I know the most powerful, some of the most powerful crystals. I know amethyst is one, which is actually my baby's birthstone, her birthday today.
Hey.
Amethyst, and then there was another one, correct? And they're typically used in the yoni eggs.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, and then
The
part
eggs,
of
okay.
the eggs. And so if you could just talk to us a little bit about yoni first of all, because yoni is actually more of it's actually kind of a movement from what I understand.
Yes.
So talk a little bit about that, and then we can kind of the crystals are a good segue for that.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about yoni, and then you can talk to us about the steam and the importance of it and
Tell me
how
more.
it's good, how it impacts our health as women, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally.
Okay, so when we're talking about the yoni, we're talking about the womb, and we got to understand how powerful as a female, how powerful your womb is.
Mm-hmm.
Your womb incarnates spirits from another realm. Like that is powerful, okay? And so when you use a yoni egg, it cleanses you out, and also just along with all crystals, they align your chakras. And I'm gonna just touch bases really quick on what a chakra is. Your chakra, there's many of chakras on your body, but you have 7 main chakras that go up and align your body. And so when you're off balance, that's when you get where sickness and a lot of all types of physical problems or mental and emotional problems. And so you want to keep your chakras aligned, and definitely using a yoni egg it cleanses you out, removes negative energy from your womb, and this is kind of like hand in hand almost what a yoni steam does also. And so that's why it's really important to do that, because when you're with you have male counterparts, they leave their energy inside of you, also along with whoever that male been with.
Yeah, when she spoke on that when she was with us.
Exactly, when you were with us. And I think, and this is probably another conversation for another time. However, I think that's the importance of us is understanding that looking at sex is not just a physical act, where it's actually
it's the energy exchange, and definitely.
Absolutely.
And people really go around like people. It's not like people act like it's a sport, and it's really people don't understand how powerful sex really is.
Absolutely.
And actually, it's the most powerful energy that there is around, and you can really create off of that energy. And it's like, if you think about it, how many times people had sex, the only time that they ever created or manifested things during that sexual energy exchange was the time that they created a child. And that's a whole nother conversation for another time, though, because you can really manifest with sexual energy. But it's very powerful. And like I said, if that male been with someone else, her energies inside of you, along with whoever she messed with, their energies inside of you. And so it starts to manifest. And if it becomes negative energy, then that's when you start to be having yeast infections, bacterial infections, and you're vibrating low. You get depressed, and then imagine if somebody's energy, then you start to it really gets to the point where you can start taking on characteristics of that person. Yeah. And it's really crazy. It gets very deep.
Right? Very deep. All this good energy around.
No, really. And
no,
you don't even want to say, for instance, you wanted to cut a nigga off or something. Like you don't want to fool with him no more. Like really. And now their energy is festering inside of you. You wondering why you want to mess with him. And it's because his energy is calling. Right. It's like a parasite, a spiritual parasite is what it really is.
So part of
that parasite that lives in you. Crazy what you
exactly.
Just said, that was
so
crazy.
Part of the steam is
I see women.
Absolutely.
I'm like, why you keep messing with old boy and old boy's an asshole?
It's there.
Yeah.
So part of the steaming, the yoni steam, it's a cleansing, right?
Yes,
so
it's a cleanser. Okay. But it not only cleanses you out physically, it cleanses you out energetically as far as spiritually. But then it also has its own benefits as far as toning, tightening, rejuvenating, keeping you, A1 down there. And then on top of that, it aids in depression, anxiety, It regulates your period. If you have extremely bad period cramps, I know that was one thing that I definitely dealt with. Also any type of menopause symptoms, like it really, it's a game changer. It's a
Now, as
game
you get into
changer.
that, how does it work? Like for anyone who is just ignorant to it or just coming into it, like, yoni steam, what the fuck?
How does it work?
I mean, because I'm sure if I went to my mom and was like, Mom, yoni, she'd be like, nigga, what?
So
Like,
it's okay. So it's a natural tea blend with with different herbs inside of it. Now I know certain people use different herbs. But my yoni steam, I know I did my research on mine, so I got some bomb herbs in there. But so you will put you could use a yoni steam, yoni pot, or you could use a regular pot. Okay. And you would boil some water. You will put the herbs inside of the water, and you would set over the pot, open your little legs, sit over the pot, and you will get a towel or blanket to trap the steam in there, and you will literally just let it steam your yoni. And you will feel the difference. It's almost like taking a cleansing bath, and you will feel lighter because it's about energy. And if you're holding it, negative energy is heavy, and you'll know when it's off you. And I'm telling you, you'll feel a whole lot lighter. Okay. But that don't mean do a yoni steam and then go mess with the same man.
Don't keep bringing the energy back.
Pointless.
Right. So when do you recommend, or when would you say is the best time to do it? Would you say after your menstrual cycle?
After. You don't do it while you're on your menstrual cycle, and you don't do it while you're pregnant either.
Okay. That's important. Thank you.
Yes, but you would do it at least about the goal is at least 2 to 3 times a month.
Okay.
What are the best benefits as a woman from it? Like, what are the best benefits?
I would say indefinitely the cleansing of any type of energetic ties to any male companion. That is definitely one. And I feel like for me, my main thing was my period cramps was crazy. So that was one. And I would say the depression and anxiety, because that's something that a lot of people really go through, and especially at these times of days, as a Black person, we people really need to start acknowledging these type of issues that we have going on. So I really feel like those are the main 3 bombest things about a yoni steam.
Now, as a man, I heard you mention that it leaves energy inside of a woman. Yeah. Now, as a man, am I getting energy left from is there a dick thing?
Yes. Listen, but the thing is,
you weren't ready for me to say that?
Listen,
I need to know. Is there a dick thing?
Listen,
I don't know name.
Look, we need to come up with one.
Y'all call it yoni steam. That's cute.
Look, we can sage it.
I'm just asking, is there a dick steam?
Listen, so really,
you might want to know, is there a dick steam? Shit.
Listen, men really give. I'm sorry, women receive the energy, and men really give off the energy. But don't get it twisted, because when you're having that sex exchange, men take your energy, and definitely it's an energy exchange. So you guys are both taking each other's energy at the same time, indefinitely.
So there's no dick sting.
Honey, listen, we're gonna have to come up with one.
Look,
he's gonna be your first.
No, for real.
I'll be signed the whole year.
You can stage
it.
No.
Shirley, and I think honestly, just for you, just the passion that you have for this, it's everything. You know what I mean? And I think I look at this, and I don't know if you do, as kind of more of a movement as opposed to just being this thing kind of that sits singularly by itself. I actually kind of did some research, and I know you talked about chakras. So I think yoni is actually derived from the Buddhist, or I think it's Shintoist goddess Shakti. There's actually a movement that's called Yoni Shakti, which is actually a form of yoga that is designed specifically for women who have been victims of sexual and physical abuse. Oh, wow. So it is a cleansing. It's a reclamation process, a reclamation of them, of their bodies, a reclamation of their sexuality and their divine feminine energy.
Yes.
So I see this kind of as more of a movement. It's a larger conversation, I think, that we have.
That is deep.
And
I was not ready for that part of it.
And I
That's
think
deep.
You talked about the benefits physically, the healing properties and how, but I also think it's sort of part of this idea that as women, we kind of get to reclaim some of that energy with the yoni.
Yes.
So we've lived underneath these kind of male-dominated, these patriarchal, hierarchies and structures where it's been okay for us to be sexualized, but it was not okay for us to be sexual.
Gotcha.
So
Gotcha.
tells us that it's not only acceptable, but it is normal.
Yes.
So I just appreciate you being the vessel to bring this forward.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like I said, when we had the conversation with you initially, we stopped because we wanted you to be the 15 minutes after the show.
Right.
And talk with Thomas segment. And I'm like, this ain't 15 minutes worth of talking. Like,
no, it was a larger, more important conversation.
We were there for about an hour.
Absolutely.
Just like, shit. Share this because there are people that are ignorant. There are people, and I'm not saying ignorant and rude. There's people that just don't know. Educated on it,
or are afraid.
Because and one thing is, like, I used to be, I just didn't know.
Right.
I didn't know.
Right.
And so, but when, like I said, when I did find out, it was like, oh my God, I got addicted. Like, and I still am. Like, I'm addicted to doing research. I'm addicted to learning new things. Like, I have to know. Like, it's and to be honest, once you find out one thing, it's like a rabbit hole. It just
keeps going.
It just keeps coming and be like, it'll blow your mind, and it will really blow your mind. But spirituality is not a wave. It's literally a lifestyle.
It's multidimensional. Yeah,
and definitely.
Yeah. So tell people where they can find your products.
Please, please, because they need to make sure they steaming. Make sure they smelling some good candles,
honey,
and then make sure they understanding how to vibrate off these goddamn crystals.
He's all about that steam now, honey.
Shit,
all about that steam. So where can you find your products?
I'm sending everybody to you.
Send them my way.
Absolutely.
So you can find my products on. I have my website. It's called naturesabyss.com. Right now, I am doing free shipping on all orders. Also, I have my Instagram. It's at Nature's Abyss also. And you can order off of there.
If we can, we'll try to get the information up so people can actually see it, but we will send them your way. Please, please keep doing what you do. You are absolutely amazing. And
thank you.
All of it, the energy, the beauty, all of it. I love it.
Yeah, you have me fully locked in. And we greatly appreciate
you, beautiful.
Your candles, your energy, everything that you brought into us. It's been nothing but a great experience. So thank you.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys for having me, for giving me the opportunity to get out this information, because it definitely is detrimental for everybody, especially my main goal is the Black community. Everybody else, I would love to share my wealth of information with everybody, but you know how they coming for us. So we got to be ready and prepared and have this knowledge. And I appreciate for you guys letting me be on the platform, and definitely
we love it.
One thing I will say, we will have you back. Like, this is a conversation that we need to continue to have
for her to be into some live.
So we could talk about that male yoni.
Yeah, we're gonna holler about that. We're gonna holler about that. But thank you so much for joining us. Beautiful. It's been nothing but a pleasure.
All right, thank you. You too.
Yes, you have a wonderful day, Mama. As y'all see, my beautiful young princess has joined us today.
Brielle.
You see, Daddy did the hair today. How did it look? Let me see that.
She looks gorgeous as always.
I didn't know what the hell I was doing, but I made it happen. But I'll be with you in a second, okay? We're about to wrap up, okay? Go ahead, babes.
So I just want to say to you, sir, you are kind of stepping into some feminism territory, and I like it. You had Shakithia on first with the bedroom candy product.
Yeah, I did.
We're talking about this, which is, it's a transformative thing for everybody. For women,
it's not even about feminism. It's about just, especially for us.
Absolutely.
Just us to know our bodies, to know our health.
Exactly.
Like I said, I had Brent on. He was talking about men's health, just health in general. Like, I think we just need to know more about our bodies. Pass that down to our children, so our children know about their bodies, so they can pass that down to their children, so they can pass that down to their children, and so forth. I think that not just us, but we all need to know about our bodies.
No,
we all need to know about our bodies. We all need to be healthy.
The importance
we need to know things that sometimes are taboo to talk about, because those taboo things actually bring a lot of health and knowledge that we weren't aware of because it was taboo.
That we wouldn't have. And I think that's what we said in the beginning. It's a transformative conversation. So anything that will benefit us specifically, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, the trauma that we've carried for so long. And I think this is one of those things that
no, absolutely. So I 100% agree. Before we wrap up, I want to give a shout out here to this is amazing. This Blossoms and Knots. We'll talk more about this on our next show. I'll let y'all look at it for right now, but we'll get more into it on our next show, which is going to be coming. When's our next show? March 7th.
March 7th. Yes.
March already.
We're in March already.
Black History Month, last day of Black History Month.
It's Black History all day, every day. And
it's the last day of Black History Month. Ain't last day of my Black History. You already know.
Can I just give a
big shout out? Stand up and show that shit.
I gotta show it off. And I'm kind of short, so I can't show off, but I just want to say,
stand up.
Hello, gang. I can show it off.
Show that, please. Let him give me a big shout out. Big shout out. Give a big shout out, please.
To my guy, Badget. LOE gang, I feel official right now, so I just
absolutely
shout it out. But
music is the best, brother. Absolutely. We're gonna get you on here for our 15 minutes at one of these shows. We need you.
Need to have him on, but yeah, it was. I'm honored to be here with you today. I feel blessed. So thank you so much for having me on. But I wish Sorrel could have been here. I wish
he could have as well. We got our next show coming up next Sunday.
Absolutely, she'll be here.
Which is going to be we have Miss Nika Jones and Mr. Jeff Stanton, and we'll be discussing policing in our community. Police versus us.
Absolutely.
And then we had the last 15 minutes with Miss Sierra Dent, mayoral candidate for Stilton. Oh, this is going to be great. This is going to be great.
So you guys make sure you tune in next Sunday. Again, 3 p.m. sharp. We don't do CP time here.
Nah, fuck that. We on time.
But again, brother, I was so happy to be here with you today.
Yes, I was happy to have you as my
taking us back to high school.
It is. We graduated. Now, don't get it twisted. We graduated in 98.
Yeah. But
we graduated in 98.
Riverside program.
Riverside program put us in a position to be able to have a little bit of insight on what we're doing to be here for this. Yeah. And they need to bring programs like that back. So John Trey Williams, our guest from last week, anybody that's interested in helping youth in our community with any types of arts and any type of arts, please reach out to us. Reach out to the community. We need more.
The resources are there.
It's a lost art in our community.
Absolutely. John Trey Williams, another 1998 graduate.
Graduated with us as well already. But thank y'all for joining us today. This show we recorded it, but it's going to air. I don't want to tell you when it's going to air because it's going to be when it's aired. But it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll make sure that's there for them. And thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. I had a blast. I had a wonderful time.
Yes, me too. Now you go enjoy your little girl's birthday.
I am. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday.
You enjoy the rest of your Sunday. By the time y'all see this, it'll be Monday. Thank y'all for spending some time with us, guys. Love y'all. The meetup. Get with us.